the voice of Turkey.
This is the Voice of Turkey's English language transmission, broadcasting from Ankara in the 49-meter band between 1930 and 2030 UTC on 6050 kHz to Europe, between 2130 and 2230 UTC in the 31-meter band on 9610 kHz to South Asia and Australia, between 2300 and 0000 UTC in the 49-meter band and on 5960 kHz to Europe, Eastern USA and Canada, and in the 31-meter band on 9660 kHz between 1730 and 1830 to Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Uzbekistan, and Iran. The Voice of Turkey is also being seen all 400 and 500 UTC in the 49-meter band on 6165 kHz to Europe, USA, Eastern Canada and Cuba, between 0400 and 0500 UTC in the 41-meter band on 7440 kHz to Iraq, Syria, Iran and the Arabian Peninsula. You can listen to us over the Tuksat 3A and 4A satellites and on the internet at www.trt.net.tr through the Voice of Turkey link. Please note that transmissions broadcast between 2300 and 0000 UTC and between 0400 and 0500 UTC have been pre-recorded. Our email address is english.trt.net.tr.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is Tuesday, December the 1st, 2020. This is the Voice of Turkey English language transmission presented by Eastern Radiocular. First, the news. Stepping up measures against a second wave of COVID-19 pandemic, Turkey on Monday introduced new restrictions, including a curfew on weeknights and a few weekend curfews. A general curfew will be applied every weeknight from 9 p.m. to 10 a.m. President Citai told the public, and there will also be a weekend-long curfew from 9 p.m. Friday to 5 a.m. Monday. Turkey's coronavirus cases reached 5,865 and 6,514 new symptomatic cases were recorded over the past 24 hours. The country reported a total of 31,290 COVID-19 infections, including the
a little bit harder than usual. I made a boo-boo. My bad. Up to 3 households were able to meet up during the 5-day Christmas period between the 23rd and the 27th of December. That means you will have your own Christmas bubble, but no more than that. The Christmas bubble must be exclusive. You will not be able to visit pubs or restaurants together. What a world we have found ourselves in this year. I know you join me when you say you'll be so glad when 2020 is gone. Before it came, I thought, that's got a nice name to it.
Bună seara, domnilor și domnilor, sunt Laurențiu Vădu, vă ascultați știrile. Biroul Electoral Central a cerut companiei naționale Poșta Română mai multe informații referitoare la votul exprimat prin corespondență.
This is VOA News. Oman plans to amend labor laws, introduce new taxation, and end some long-standing subsidies while ensuring that low-income families are protected, the Gulf Arab state's foreign minister said on Saturday.
UTC Tuesday, WRMI on 7730, or 130 WRMI on two frequencies, 7780, 5810, 5010. 0300 WRMI on 5800, and 47 WRMI on 9955, and 1930 UTC IRRF on 7290 kHz shortwave, and on 594 kHz medium wave. Italy. UTC Wednesday at 2330 WRMI on 99.5, UTC Thursday midnight 30 WRMI on 7730, or 130 WRMI on 780, and also at 130 WRMI on 5950 and 9395 kHz.
Bobby Ham, it's sunny. Baby, you're my heart's desire. Sound the Billy Joe Rouse. For about 40 years. You get a positive. Radio Swinging Radio England, hit bound. Edge Opera's in Office, 24 past 1, the Larry Dean Show. Ronald Quinn from 2 to 6 this afternoon with much more music.
This is not a special message. This is the offshore radio memory. Our narrator are radio. Radio.
For more on these and other news stories, we invite you to visit our website at voanews.com. Via remote, Laurel Berman, VOA News.
Welcome to Nightline Africa. We are coming to you from the English service of the Voice of America. Joining us on Peter 40 in the Ghanaian capital, Accra.
Our transparency and the transparent processes that we have, we provide comfort to the citizenry at all levels that,
Dit is Radio Golf Alfa Also all international greetings go to Mr. Jock from Mr. Gar. have a small reception report, or maybe a news request, let us know. De contact us via our preferred e-mailadres, request@usl@gmail.com. Dit is het Radio Golf Alfa Romeo on 390 circular. Dit is Radio Golf Alfa Romeo on 390 circular. Also, oh, very nice that it's coming there. So strong still, eh? Dat is ook zo, hè? Soon, I will do it, and then talking is maybe a little easier. You will see, huh? I will do it soon. So a couple of records non-stop. Then next there again. In the meantime, if you have a reception board, or maybe news request, let us know. And reception board is very welcome. You can do so via request QSL. The breakers van enjoy. What was going? I had a big instead, but I'm the big king because I'm just a big king, eh? And also a reception request will be very fun to receive any of those. To send it to our preferred email address, the request QSL as you become Radio and 390 via Radio Piepzender. En de next special request by Mrs. Ock. Mrs. Ock, Mr. Rocket, by Mrs. Hahn.
Indeed, the numbers are 275. That one doesn't really matter.
Sure.
Who comes in? But
sorry, let me just get a question in very quickly, and just give me a brief answer on this one if you can. I mean, you talked about a high attrition rate. Who is that likely to favor?
That's why I'm doing the breaking down the master. It doesn't look like it's going to favor anybody much more than the other. The only one we knew that would have been a bigger problem is the 40 incumbents that lost out at the MPP's primary.
We have many shortwave frequencies, and you will find a list of them on our internet website at www.overcommerministry.org. You can then listen wherever you like on the telephone or on the satellite. Because we are there. We are there now. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Some of you people are going to have to stir yourself enough to wait to the time we're living in and seek and search and strive to hear. For if you will not hear, then you will not be aware of the time and the alertness of the hour. I would like for you, if you will, to give me a call. The phone system is automatic. It will answer your call on an auto machine. After my short greeting, you may begin to speak, give us your message, your information on where you're listening, a question that you like, or a comment, if you will. I will address each phone call accordingly as God directs me. Ladies and gentlemen, I just would like to know, again, where we are reaching, who we will listen to. And then my advice to you is listen continuously. If something comes on the air that you like, listen, keep listening, it'll come back on again as we repeat the broadcast many times to reach as many people as God so directs. Our contact phone number is U.S. code 1-843-701-5053. The phone number to call with your questions, your comments, your opinions, or your oppositions, just dial U.S. code 1-843-701-5053. I do listen every call. And then I respond to each call as God directs me to. God bless you. This is the last time the coming of the Lord will come suddenly. And if you're not watching, you're going to be caught unaware. The door's going to shut. The message is going to stop. And Christ will come. Keep hearing the prophet. I'll do all I can in the power that God gives me to keep you informed and alert. This is the last hour. Maranatha. Education, homosexuality, lesbianism, transgender, giving themselves over to very illicit sexual debasing desires, going after strange flesh, are set forth as an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. Likewise, like it was in the days of Lot, like it was in the days of Jonah. Likewise, also, these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, they even speak evil.
Broadcasting from Ankara in 49 meter band between 1940 and
20. From the album The Creeping Vine from 1999, featuring guitar solo from Nick Barrett of Pendragon. Also on the vocals Nigel Boyle, who did some stuff with Robbie with The Science some years ago. Nigel will recognise the name coming up next on the program, Robbery Special. Leo is back and he's going to be taking a look at the latest one from the Johnson. Welcome to the Prog Mill. On the UK's 24/7 progressive rock station, Progzilla Radio. I will to the comfortable two-stone or body. We're better start from Strawberry to the band who's been going on.
Saat 21. Haberleri veriyoruz. Türkiye'de koronavirüsle mücadele kapsamında 206.102 test yapıldı. 4.209 yeni hasta.
16 degrees east. Symbol rate 29,950 mega symbols per second. Standard DVB-S2. Modulation ABSK. Audio PID 510. We wish you good reception conditions.
Friends, Radio Romania International continues its traditional polling of listeners on shortwave, the internet and social media, with a new challenge in spite of this complicated context generated by the COVID-19 pandemic. We would like to ask you which person you think left their imprint on the world in a positive way in 2020. We are preparing to designate, based on your options, the personality of the year 2020 on Radio Romania International. Will this person be a politician, an opinion leader, a businessman, an athlete, an artist, a scientist, or even a regular person with a special story? It's up to you. We would also want to ask you why you picked that particular person. You can send your answers, as usual, by commenting on our website at rri.ro, by email at engl@rri.ro, on our Facebook profile, on WhatsApp at +407 44 312 650, by fax at 004021 319 0562, or by post. But bear in mind, COVID-19 may cause postal services delays at 6064 General Bertlaw Street, Sector 1, Bucharest, area code 010165, PO Box 111, Romania. We remind you that the personality of the year 2019 on Radio Romania International was Swedish environmental activist on climate change Greta Thunberg. The personality of the year 2018 on Radio Romania International was the German Chancellor Angela Merkel, and the personality of the year 2017 on RRI was the Romanian tennis player Simona Halep, former #1 in the WTA rankings. The personality of the year 2020 on Radio Romania International will be announced on January the 1st, 2021.
Listening to Radio Romania International. Focus on Romania. Traveler's Guide.
Hello and welcome to Traveler's Guide with me, Călin Coțoiu. Today's stopover is in the west of Romania.
Generation 3.0.
Welcome, I'm your host, Elena Enache. Andrei Balasha was born in Craiova, where he spent most of his life.
Next in this program, sports.
Hello and welcome to Sports, today with me, Cristina Mateescu. Let's start with the latest in handball. Romania's best player at the European Women's Handball Championship hosted by Denmark, pivot Lorena Ostase.
国国际广播电台
Radio Citai z Čužbina.
Термичен фокус. Икономиката на Китай такава каквато е. Здравейте, уважаеми слушатели.
Radio Aney.
Unaendelea kusikiliza taarifa ya habari kutoka idhaa ya Kiswahili ya Radio Japani kutoka Tokyo. Shirika la habari linaloendeshwa na serikali ya Saudi Arabia limeripoti kuwa utoaji chanjo ya virusi vipya vya corona kwa watu nchini humo umeanza jana Alhamisi.
That's the BBC's Emmanuel Gunza reporting, and in spite of what now former Governor Sonko said there about drinking cognac to help stave off COVID-19, the World Health Organization's advice is, and I quote, consuming alcohol will not destroy the virus, and its consumption is likely to increase the health risks if a person becomes infected with the virus, end quote. Now, the United Nations has warned that the number of people fleeing violence in northern Mozambique has risen fourfold this year to 420,000.
Let's go. Tune in to meet some fascinating people, share their stories.
China is one of the great creative countries.
Old Beijing style. Studio Plus. Something fresh. Then add in your mushroom. Something fun. Something more. Studio Plus. Studio Plus. Hello everybody and welcome to Studio Plus. I'm Lumin in Beijing.
And I am Nilan Yakor.
Coming up in this hour,
Terry Underwood.
You're listening to Studio Plus. Now let's go to a topic about coding. China plans to include computer coding in curricula for primary and middle school students to help them learn about information technology and develop digital learning and innovation skills. That's according to a recent plan released by the Ministry of Education.
This time there was still stateside here on 40 meters, so but today the band is too crowded to hear them, but otherwise that are the guys who are very early out of bed, I guess, and they saying hello to each other early in the morning. So on 40 the conditions are pretty nice anyway. The whole 24 hours, but that's comparing with the kind of antenna you're on. Okay, thanks for coming back. Have a nice weekend, Vernon. Mike 3, you shouldn't bother. 0-4, always young man. See you. Bye-bye.
Offshore Days Wonderland. The magic of radio.
In other news, the patriarchs and heads of churches of Jerusalem have released a message for Christmas. Church leaders in the Holy Land are urging everyone to rejoice in God's gift to humanity despite the pandemic and its devastating effects. They said the celebration of the birth of Jesus constantly reminds us that God is with us and always will be.